Hi everyone and welcome back to Maths and Physics with Mr. Simons. Today's grade 11 statistics lesson deals again with the second variation out of the 5 variations we test. And again it's a box and whisker diagram given and we test whether you can interpret and answer questions from a drawing. Right? So the box and whisker diagram represents Vuyani and Peter's scores for their school-based assessment, SBAs as we call them, in a certain subject through the year. So Vuyani's score there, given, Peter's score given by a box and whisker diagram. There's my number line and the range given. Give the range of Peter's scores. So there's smallest minus biggest. Minimum of Vuyani's scores. And then comment on who you think had more consistent performance throughout the year. Motivate your answer by referring to the values in the box and whisker diagram. Right, so if you look at the first question, give the range of Peter's scores. So there's Peter. So for range, I need the minimum there, which is at 68, and the maximum there, which is at 94. So for the range, we're going to subtract that 2. So my range would be 94 minus 68, right? And that gives me 26. So 1 mark for choosing the 2 correct values and 1 mark for correct answer. Right, give the minimum of Vuyani's scores. So there, that dot is where the whisker is for the minimum. So the minimum there is 76. That's where the start. So the minimum and quartile 1 actually is the same here, which is 76. So minimum score equals 76, 1 mark. Right, let's look at the last question. So comment on who you think had a more consistent performance throughout the year. Motivate your answer by referring to values in a box and whisker diagram. Right, so if we look here, this guy had the lowest of Peter of 68, the highest of 94. So it's got some serious mood swings, this guy. Some days he don't want to study. Other days he's very clued up. His middle is he at 80%. So he's very smart, this boy. When he wants to show off, then he scores 94. Right? So that's quite a big gap. But if you look at Vuyani, his minimum is 76%, and his maximum there is 84%, and his median is 80. So most of his scores are closer towards the median here. Therefore, I can say Vuyani is more consistent. He consistently scores between 76 and 80. Up to 84%. He stays in that range. Right? So Vuyani, he was more consistent during the year because the range of his scores are more clustered about the median value. Right? So I hope you follow. If you understand, God bless. Bye.